So, uh, not exactly sure how I can start this, but the title. Also, faced up before I forget. Kinda have to address an elephant in the room. I have not uploaded in 17 days. My excuse? I just got lazy. I procrastinated a lot. So, faced up, we have Todoroki, who isn't looking too good. I'm not gonna lie. You can barely tell that he has a mouth. I didn't really try with this one. I was just bored one day and did a little, I guess, quote unquote, doodle? I don't know if this would count as a doodle, but I mean, he looks cute in an odd way. I don't know. I can maybe it's the fact that his hair is a bit too big for his head. He just looks a little cute to me, honestly. Which is kind of funny considering, he looks like the definition of miserable. But before we move on to the next one, I should probably point out the fact that these are in no particular order. Just, whatever I find faced and take a picture of faced. Alright, well, next one is Withered Bonnie. And I. My thoughts of this one are, conflicted. On one side, I like how it looks, but on the other side, I don't know. He looks so fucking stupid. I think I made the uh outer head too big, cause in comparison to the endoskeleton, yeah, the head looks massive. Then again, it could just be me and me wanting it to look as good as possible. As you can see, those little things hanging, I tried to make them look like wires. I hope they look like wires. Next up, we have the face of many frisks. I guess you could call this version 1. As you can see from the raid on the top left, they're waving. Yeah, this was like, oh boy, this was like months ago by this point. Honestly, I'd say like November, October, somewhere around that. Yeah, it's pretty evidenced based on the phase 2 drawings that I showed. I yeah, I didn't even know how to do hair or shoes. I still kind of don't, if I'm being honest. Next up is Fisk Version 2, which looks significantly better than the last one. I, actually had decent looking hair that matches Fisk's game sprite, and the shoes aren't like, cones. They're still a bit odd, but alright. Here's a little sheet I did. You see how the left hand is behind their back? I did that as a way to draw one less hand. I took the lazy way out. I mean, it does look kind of cute that way too. And instead of waving, they're holding up their height. And at last, we have reached the third and final Fisk. For, the time being at least, I'll probably try to go back and redo them. But this was. I remember feeling proud of this, which is kind of odd considering how they're built. I think the hair is a bit of a downgrade compared to the last one. Probably the hands too. the shoes look better. And maybe the actual body does too. I'd have to look back and compare it. Okay, the body is pretty much just the same. One little thing I like that I thought would be cute to do is, adding Flowey to the top of their head. Just a shocked, mad little flower. As you can see, determination with a heart is at the bottom. I don't know why I added that. I don't know. Alright, let's take a break from the old drawings and go to something, recently, like, I don't know, past month or two, maybe? Like, sometime last month, I guess. But Amy, who's been decapitated, but, she still seems happy about it, so that's cool. I don't know why I decided to draw her, I'm gonna be honest. I, I draw a lot of Sonic things. And by Sonic things, I mean literally just Sonic, aside from this and one other thing that I'll show, in a bit. But, yeah, Amy Rose, just chillin', I guess. I like how she came out. She came out pretty solid, which, she was also my first, woman character that I finished. I tried drawing Uraraka from My Hero, but yeah, I gave up pretty fast on that, which is ironic considering something you'll see later in the video. But next one is a very, very tiny Sonic that I drew on my, math, or on one of my, math rake sheets. I saw a tiny box, I immediately thought tiny Sonic, and that's pretty much it. Despite his size, he looks pretty good, actually. It was very hard to do considering, how tiny it is, but, I still like it. It came out pretty decent. Alright, back to an old one. This is actually like one of the first. I mean, obviously I've drawn stuff before, but like, stick figures. Not even with any detail. Literally just, yeah, something like this. But, I really fucked up on the hair. But, that's fine, I guess. I'll just redo it eventually when I'm, not incredibly lazy or procrastinating it. It'll probably be easy to do it, honestly. I don't know why I fucked up that badly on the hair. But yeah, this is one of the earliest things I've drawn this year, which, says a lot, obviously, as you can tell. But, well, not this year, last year, same thing, not same thing, actually. You know what I mean. Alright, just move on to the next one, please. I'm hanging on to the other side. I won't give up till the end of May. So, that was very dramatic, huh? I thought it'd be fun to reveal this that way. One of my masterpieces. Well, I mean, obviously there's flaws. Just look at his fucking left foot. And obviously the top quill is really fucking big. But, I still considered this to be one of my best, drawings I've done so far. Also, just look at how cool it looks. On screen now should be, the process. And you'll also see why the face quill is so big. Yeah, I fucked up. I didn't leave enough room for the eyes and stuff, so yeah, I kind of had to redo it. Um, but I almost quit on this just because of that. I quit very easily, and when I saw there wasn't space for the eyes, that really disheartened me. But I'm glad I didn't quit on it. Oh god, I'm probably gonna regret this, but it's your favorite boy who looks like, oh boy, ooh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This, I have no words on it, honestly. I, I thought it was gonna look so good too, just from the little start of the mouth I had. But, oh boy. I don't know why I shaded in his head, or his hair. He's blonde. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. Maybe to make it look slightly better, because I drew this buffet color. I had colored pencils. I mean, I, God, it's just, oh God, it's so horrible. Bro, one of his arms are too fat and the other one is too skinny. How does that happen? And, God, it was, oh boy, yeah, I truly have no words for this. Just go to the next one. We are finally at another decent one, and not that. Honestly, I don't have much to say about this. Tails looks, honestly, it's just his face that I don't, well, his eyes that I don't like. I don't know. Maybe I made them too small or something. I just can't figure out what it is, but something looks off with his eyes. Also, he's sideways. Um, yeah, not much to say about this. I rewatched Sonic Mania Adventures, and I I just wanted to try drawing classic Sonic and classic Tails. This is still, by the way, my first and only Tails drawing. I should probably fix that soon. But, overall, you know, I'm pretty pleased with this drawing. Well, on to the next one. Next up, I have a bunch of Sonic doodles that I've done in class while I was paid. Don't really have a lot to say about these. They're literally just doodles, but I just thought I'd show them anyway. Here's a little sense I did. Uh, I honestly, I think he looks good, honestly. Well, good considering I did not try hard at all, because it's just a doodle. Little Cuphead and Mugman. I don't know why I decided to draw them, I just did. And then I improved them. I actually, tried on this one, not to mention the fact that they have bodies, and, they're made of pencil and not markers on the table. And here we have Kara version 1 and Kara version 2. I think version 1 looks better. Version 2 looks like a fucking Roblox character, as someone pointed out. But, I drew Frisk before, so I wanted to try drawing Kara. That's why I did it. Next up, we have the face Kakashi I ever drew. I I I don't know why I had to paint. It was I was in a club. One of the supervisors, suggested we paint our results. We were both drawing him just cause. Uh, I guess it came out better than Naruto. It's hard to make out the hair because, of the paint. Next, we have this Kakashi who, looks way better. Um, I drew Kakashi quite a bit just because, he was very, well, when you're just doodling and when you're not taking it seriously, Kakashi's very easy to draw, as you can see from this. And here we have half Sonic.exe. I was on a fucking Sonic.exe binge one day, and I remembered how terrified I used to be of him when I was like 12, 11, 12, 13, you know. Um, I was scared of him for a while, so I decided to face my fears, and, just draw half of his body. You know, I'm pretty pleased about the right side, I'm not gonna lie. I'm surprised that the blood splatter I put looks, okay. I just drew like a random shape and hoped it looked good. And, I mean, it could just be biased talking, but it looks good to me. Next up, we have another supersonic, except this time I wasn't looking at a Sonic Frontiers image. I'm very proud of this one just because, obviously I had references, but I wasn't copying down an exact pose. I made my own. This took a bit more effort too, cause like for the hands, I don't know how to draw hands, so when I have to do them, I always take a picture of my own hands and then just copy just copy the picture that I took, and honestly, I've got to say it's a pretty effective method, cause those hands look pretty good. This is one of my favorite ones I've done. I like how it looks a lot. Next up, we have Sonic running. I like how this looks. Obviously I used an image because this was my first time drawing someone, in motion. Uh, I really like how it looks. I fucking nailed the left hand. It took a few tries to get good. The right hand, not so much, but I'm very pleased with this. It's so crazy to me how you can turn something like a little fucking circle into something like this. That's what I love the most about art. You can literally turn any shape into something if you're creative enough. Next up, we have the one anime girl that literally everyone has heard of at one point before. Um, I, I, yeah, I actually don't know why I decided to draw Hatsune. I, she's cute to me, so I guess I just decided it with a sleep-deprived mind, because I did this at like 10 a.m. I wasn't able to sleep at all. I was trying. Eventually, I just got up and I got sleep. I was sleepy when doing this, so I'm very surprised at how good it turned out. Um, yeah, not much to say. This was like, the face female I've drawn that wasn't just a head. Her hands look a bit off to me. And, obviously I didn't draw her skin because she's very light, but at the same time, I can't really do anything with it because, I don't have skin colored, pencils. So I just kind of left her skin as pale as her shirt. You will have to turn your phone around for this one. The paper was too, rectangular to be able to properly put it into portrait mode like the rest. So, yeah, I had to flip it around. But yeah, Kisuke, I've been meaning to color Hillman, but I can't for the life of me figure out how I would be able to make, his shade of blonde hair. But once I figure that out, I'll, color him. I'm very happy with how he turned out. He looks really cool. Next we have what was supposed to be Shadow. Me and my friend were drawing Shadow one night to compare it to each other. Obviously, I wasn't trying. So many things are wrong with this. I try to make him look angry, but instead he looks very sad. His quills are down. I guess I drew Sonic too much and forgot to put him up. He doesn't have that red thing on his head, and he has no nose. I just decided I'd include this one because it's funny. It's a sad Sonic cosplaying as Shadow, but his fucking nose fell off. And now it is time for arguably one of my best drawings I've made to date. I absolutely love this drawing. It's, oh my god. Before this, my favorite drawing was the face Supersonic. But, oh my god, this is, yo, I cannot tell you how fucking cool I think this is and how happy I am that I did it so well. Obviously, there's a few things. I didn't have the specific color that, Deku's costume is, so I had to make it green like his hair. I wish I could have done that differently. But other than that, it looks so cool. I even put detail into it, like the little, scuffed marks on his, cape. I legitimately cannot tell you how happy I am about this. I think it's really cool, and I definitely want to draw Deku again as his quote-unquote vigilante style again in the future, because, oh my god, it's so fucking cool. Just look at this shit. I really hope I did the editing for this justice. I'll see it once I'm all done editing. And just like that, we finally reached the end of the video. God, when I thought of this idea, I didn't think it would take fucking 22 minutes. Pretty much 23. Wow, that took a while. But thank you for watching the video, and yeah, I'll try to upload again as soon as I can. Don't know when that, I mean, it'll probably be sometime this week, honestly. Like, before Monday, if I had to guess. Well, see ya.